Normally, each morning of the kickoff, we have some sort of inspirational speaker. So our guest speaker this morning has this magical way of captivating not just an audience, but you individually. In the short bit of time that I've come to know him, I find that he collects stories of people who have captivated him. So as a bonus, he's brought his wife with him. So this is like double. Awesome. Other, right? I'm honored to introduce to you Oaxaca Milk Products CEO Bill Schreiber and his wife Barb to energize us with their altruist effort.
I can't wait to go down.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you very much. Well, that's a tough bill to live up to. So, I met a guy in Chicago, just a really big man. I knew I was going to meet him. Somebody else set up dinner for us because he was the keynote speaker at the industry conference. So, I think I fill out a medium shirt pretty well. But this guy was about 6'2". I'm guessing about 340 pounds. I'm thinking his chest was 63 or 64 inches. So I did what any cocky male would do. I walked up and I said, "Give me one good reason that I can't take you." And he looked at me and got a big grin on his face. He's just a big old farm boy from Wyoming. And he carries a little satchel with him. And in his satchel, he has 2 Olympic medals. And he freely shares those medals with everybody that he runs into. So he got the medals out of the satchel, and I looked at them. And one of them was kind of dinged up. That was the gold medal. And I looked at it, and I said, what happened here? And he goes, "Damn TSA." They dropped it on him. So that's kind of interesting. So this guy has been through a lot. He had to overcome a learning disability. He went through about 5 years of prep school before he got accepted at the University of Nebraska. He graduated. He also has had at least 3 different life-threatening situations that I'm aware of. I'll tell you about 2 of them. One of them is he survived a plane crash. The other one was more of his own doing. He was out in the middle of nowhere, someplace in Wyoming, and he was on a snowmobile, and he took some chances he shouldn't have taken. And he wound up in a half-frozen river with no way out. So he spent 15 hours in what turned out to be 25-degree below zero weather, soaking wet. He survived. It cost him pieces of his ears, it cost him pieces of his feet, it cost him a couple toes, but he found a way. This guy took up Greco-Roman wrestling in 1995. In 2000, at the Sydney Olympics, he found himself in the gold medal match against a Russian champion by the name of Alexander Karelin, undefeated. 12-time European champion, 9-time world champion, 3 gold medals in the Olympics, and looking for his 4th gold medal. Anybody know who I'm talking about? No. Rulon Gardner. That's exactly who I'm talking about. So, if you Google Alexander Karelin, he's bigger than Rulon Gardner. He's about 300 pounds, 6'3", 6'4", and he's got a face that even a mother could not love. He looks like a gargoyle, and he's mean as spit. You should Google him, so I'm not exaggerating. And Rulon had faced him 3 times before and had not even come close to beating him. In fact, in the last match that he had with Karelin picked him up well, at the time, 285 pounds, not 340, picked him up and threw him face first into the mat, broke his nose, and he hit the mat with such force that his feet came up behind him, hit him in the back of the head, and broke 2 vertebrae in his neck. So that's what he went into this match with. Well, you know how the story ends. You know that somehow he found a way, and he beat Alexander Carolan. So we're sitting at dinner in Joe's Crab House in Chicago on the Miracle Mile, and I sat next to Rula. There's actually 15 of us in the room, but I wanted to talk to him. So I sat next to him, and he's got about a side of beef on his plate, and he was in the middle of chewing, and I'd heard all these stories, and I said to him, so Rula, what did you learn from all of this? And he stopped chewing, which was an accomplishment in and of itself. And he looked at me, and he kind of furrowed his brow, and he said, nobody ever asked me that before. And I said, well, I don't want to make you mad. You don't have to answer it if you don't want to. and he said, well, no, I'll answer it. I learned that you have to give back. I know that I could not have done what I did without the support of my mother, without the support of my father, without the support of my 8 brothers and sisters, without the support of my friends, and people that I didn't even know. I couldn't even tell you their names, but they were supportive of me, and that made a difference. So there's more to this story, but I'm not going to tell you the end just yet. Instead, I'm going to prove that I married up, and I'm going to hand the microphone to my wife.
Tim, this is for you. Hell's bells, I'm so thunderstruck at all the people here today.
Dave Cicere's favorite band.
Bill asked me to tell a story that I was involved in that shows a way that paying it forward sometimes pays you back too. Well, always pays you back in one way or another, but sometimes in unexpected ways. Here I have rental properties, and I'm the manager of them, and I do background checks, and when people come to apply, I do a credit history, and I verify employment, and I do all that stuff to make sure that I'm going to be paid. And I had this couple that was moving in from out of state. She's a nurse, so she was pretty easy to verify employment. He's self-employed, so there's no paycheck I can look at from him to see how much he makes. I don't know anything about these people. I do the credit report. It's not great. It's not horrible, but it's not great. But I really liked them. They had 2 little children, a adorable dog, and I just really liked it. So I came home, talked to Joe, and said, I think I'm going to go with these people. I just have a good feeling. Fast forward, about 10 years later, they lived there for 5 or so years, moved out, bought their own house, great tenants. He kind of mowed everybody's lawn in the whole neighborhood. Everybody liked him. And my husband and I are having a party in our backyard. Weather report was for a day like today, but we woke up and it was pouring. And it was just miserable. We've got 50 people coming over to eat crabs and have this lovely little outdoor event in our backyard, and we've got nothing to come of it. So my neighbor called, and she says, "Do you need anything?" And I sort of, laughed and said, "A tent." She said, "Well, I know someone that might, have a tent, might give him a call." 5 minutes later, we get a call. Bill answers the phone. He's talking to the guy who goes, "I have tents, I have chairs, I have tables, I have lights, I have everything you need." So Bill's like, "Okay, we'll pay you whatever." He goes, "No, you won't pay anything." He said, "Do you know who you're talking to?" And Bill said, "Not right now." So he gave his name, and he said, "Your wife rented to us when nobody else would." And so we ended up with this beautiful tent set up in our yard in the pouring rain, with lights, with tables, with chairs, with everything you could ever have wanted, and they refused to take a penny from us. So, on that note, I'm going to put my hat on, put my gloves on, and hand it back over to the MVP of our family. And I'm going to say, put me to work. I'm ready to continue caring.
Okay, only a couple more minutes, and we'll be done here. So, we're sitting at the table with Rulon. You heard Barb's message about what it means to care. And so, I said to Rulon, so you told me you learned you have to give back. Well, how do you give back? What do you do? And he said, well, I'm a high school wrestling coach. He said, teen suicide is kind of a big deal at our high school. We had 6 suicides last year. And he said, I not only talk to my kids, but I go to 30 or 35 schools a year and I tell my story. And I tell my story because I want kids to know that somebody cares. That what they do makes a difference, that there's hope. No matter how bad it may seem at any given point in time, there's hope. And it's with that thought and with Barb's sentiments that I want to tell you today, people are watching you. You may not know it, you may not know the impact you're having on people. What you do today makes a difference in Batavia, and it'll make a difference to somebody. You may not know, but it'll make a difference to somebody. So thank you very much for your time. Have a great day. Give it your best shot. Don't mail it in. Thank you very much.